He dug sand to reinforce shelter, found her cold alien body. She awoke. Fool, now they'll find me. The desert winds had been rising all day, carrying fine grit that stung the eyes and rasped against the teeth. Aaron crouched low behind a crude shelter he had built from scavenged plasteel and broken hull plates, hands already raw from gripping his battered shovel. The storm was coming faster than expected, and if the walls didn't hold, the next few hours could bury him alive. He jabbed the shovel into sand, cutting deep for an anchoring trench. Each scoop was heavier, the grains dry as bone dust. His mind was on survival, not on anything else, until the shovel struck something that wasn't sand. It was smooth, cold. Aaron froze, fingers brushing the surface. It wasn't metal, it was skin? No, too firm, too flawless. He scraped faster, revealing the curve of a shoulder, the arch of a neck. The figure lay half buried, motionless, pale under the storm's dying light. She wasn't human. Her skin had a faint opalescent shimmer, catching even the weak sun. Delicate markings, like ink, but alive, moved faintly beneath the surface, pulsing with some internal rhythm. Aaron's first thought was, she's dead. Then her eyes snapped open. They were silver. No pupil, no iris. Just endless liquid metal staring into his soul. Her lips parted, voice low and sharp. Fool, now they'll find me. The words carried no accent, he knew, but the tone was pure venom. Aaron instinctively leaned back, shovel still in hand. You were buried in the sand, he said. If I'd left you there, you'd survive, she cut in, longer than you think. She sat up with surprising grace, grain sliding from her form like she'd been laid to rest only moments ago. She glanced around the horizon, scanning for threats only she seemed to understand. The wind picked up, rattling the shelter plates. You don't understand what you've done, she murmured. They were tracking me, but I had escaped their sight. Now! She inhaled sharply, her silver eyes focusing on him again. Now they will come here. Aaron frowned. Who's they? She didn't answer. Instead, she struggled to her feet, swaying slightly. Whatever species she wasn't at full strength. Aaron could see the faint tremor in her hands. The storm's edge roared closer. Sand lashed against his face. Look, he said over the howl, I've got shelter. You can either come inside or keep walking into that. Her gaze lingered on him for a moment, measuring, calculating. Finally, she followed. Inside the crude shelter, the air was still stifling with dust, but it was better than outside. Aaron lit the small heat lamp he had, its orange glow casting strange shadows on her alien features. She crouched in the corner like a predator that hadn't decided whether to strike. You didn't tell me your name, he said, trying to cut the tension. I didn't give it, she replied flatly. He smirked faintly despite the situation. Fair enough. I'm Aaron. Her eyes flickered briefly to the shovel leaning against the wall, then back to him. Why did you dig? Storm prep. Needed deeper anchors. You could have ignored me, she said. Would have been safer. Yeah, Aaron admitted, but I've got a bad habit of not letting people die in front of me. Something unreadable passed over her face, an emotion he couldn't pin down. Then, suddenly, the shelter's thin walls rattled, not from wind. A low hum, mechanical and rising, cut through the storm. Her eyes widened. They're here. The hum became a deep thrumming, sand shifting as something massive descended nearby. Aaron peeked through a crack and saw dark shapes moving in the storm. Tall, jointed figures with armor that shimmered like oil on water. She rose, every movement now fluid and purposeful. If they see you with me, they'll kill you. Aaron grabbed his old rifle. If they see you alone, they'll take you. Guess we're in this together. She almost smiled. Almost. The first shadow broke through the storm wall, an armored figure easily 8 feet tall. The moment it spotted them, its chest plate glowed. She moved first. What Aaron had mistaken for weakness before vanished. She was a blur, striking with a grace that bent the air around her. The armored figure fell without a sound, its weapon clattering in the sand. She caught it, turned, and fired at another. Stay close, she said sharply. Aaron followed, covering her flank with precise shots. The storm turned the battlefield into a shifting maze, but together they cut a path through the enemy. Finally, silence returned. Only the wind remained. They collapsed inside the shelter again, both breathing hard. She set the stolen weapon aside and finally looked at him in a way that wasn't just calculation. My name is Sarai, she said quietly. Aaron nodded. Nice to meet you, Sarai. You've complicated everything, she continued, but her tone was softer now. I was running from them for months. I thought maybe if I buried myself, let the desert hide me, they'd give up. And you just stay there forever? Aaron asked. Her eyes drifted to the storm beyond. Better than what they had planned for me. Aaron didn't ask what that was. He could see it in the way her hands trembled in the set of her jaw. The wind began to die down, revealing the night sky through a jagged crack in the wall. Sarai glanced up, her voice quieter than before. They'll send more, bigger ones. Then we keep moving, Aaron said. Find someone that can't track you. Her silver gaze locked onto him. You do that? Risk yourself for me? He shrugged. Bad habit, remember? For the first time, she truly smiled, a small, fragile thing, but real. Fool, she whispered again, but this time it didn't sound like an insult. Outside, the desert waited, vast and endless, and somewhere beyond the horizon, more shadows were coming. But for now, they had each other.